Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in Vancouver, British Columbia, where things might really heat up as we have a champion versus champion main event. Men's Cruiserweight champion Nagito Komaeda will take on our newest Nexus champion, Jaren, as he tries to prove that his win against Raiden was just a fluke. Meanwhile, Fiora will have one of her biggest challenges yet as she takes on Miss Money in the Bank and the Ultimate Assassin, Maki Harukawa. Tonight will certainly be a night of non-stop action and drama, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first. It is the one, the only, Sir Bones. Bones looking to get back into the men's cruiserweight championship conversation sooner rather than later. And his opponent, coming off of a fairly disappointing loss against the Blue Jay last week, looking to remedy that with a big win tonight. Representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, it is the Phantom Fox. It's Yusuke Kitagawa. Honestly, I can't really tell if his season thus far has been decent or disappointing. Here we go, both men ready. Referee rings the bell. Bones immediately beginning with a running big boot. Yusuke rolling out of the way and trapping Bones in the corner. But starting off the night immediately. Yusuke walking Bones to the western ropes, but Bones elbowing out, Yusuke look for the big boot to the back of Bones' head. Bones getting out of the way. Backstretch that Yusuke gets out of. Spinning back fist. And now Yusuke with the fire stomps. And trapping Bones in the northwestern corner now. Scoop slam. And now middle rope trying to get Bones up to his feet. And a diving double leg drop kick. A bit too close of range, but still connect. Now sending Bones for a run, pop up, sending him down. And the pin, there's one, there's only one. Middle rope springboard from Yusuke. Now just a kick right to the spine. And tossing Bones over the top rope. Yusuke quickly giving chase. Jumping knee to the cranium. And Bones with a Hurricane Rana toss right into the announcer's booth. Knocking over a few chairs. Bones to the outside. And Yusuke taking full advantage to senton double leg drop kick. I think he meant to hit a senton, but realized a little bit too late into the jump that he's a little bit too far away, so just extending the legs, getting the kick. Nice flexibility. And now Yusuke tossing Bones into the announcer's booth. There's a 6 count, but not much further. Not even a 7. Now Yusuke flying forearm from the middle rope. And now a stomp, causing a bone bleed. And now Yusuke spinning back heel kick. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, no 3. And Bones turning that around, ground and pound. Like, I know that your red blood cells come from the marrow in your bone, not the marrow in your bones, but like the inside of your bones, but still, it's just weird that your bones can like technically bleed. There's a snap leg, or a stump leg snap from Bones. Am I right about that? Or am I just making things up? Bones looking for the people's moonsault. And into the pin, there's 1. Stomp to the upper arm. And now Bones in control. And knocking Yusuke off the apron. And now a suplex along the outside. And yeah, I just looked it up, and bone bleeds are a real thing. And now I'm lightheaded. I love being squeamish. Bones tossing Yusuke into the back inside the ring. And going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Yusuke getting his shoulder up. Cartwheel, double leg kick. Yusuke stepping out of the way. And now Bones with the recoil. Yusuke just not within range. There's 1, there's 2, and another. victory slipping out from his grasp.
Here is your winner, gentlemen.
And another big win for the Bones. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is time for the Dark Hour.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the Steiner Brothers.
Makoto Yuki and Junpei, the Fireman, Iori. And their opponents. It is Sans and Papyrus, the Skelebros.
Of 250 pounds, Too Cool.
And 2 matches in, we already have 3 skeletons. What is this, last year? Here we go, Makoto and Sans, the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle. With Makoto, no Sans, sending Makoto into the corner and a spear right away. And a corner alley-oop. Sans forcing Makoto up to his feet. But Makoto with the reversal right back. Knife edge chop in the corner, going after Papyrus, trying to make him think twice about interfering. And now Makoto with a nice 2-on-1s, but wasting a little bit too much time, allowing Sans to get back to his senses and tagging in Papyrus. Papyrus immediately grappled. And a suplex. Back up to his feet, kicking out. And now sending Makoto into the corner. Scoop sending Makoto into the Tree of Woe. Stomp to the upper arm. And just cranking on the neck. And tagging in Sans. Sans forcing Makoto up to his feet. Irish whip tossing him into the corner, but Makoto elbowing out. Trying to maneuver Sans around. Sans elbows out. Kick to the chest. And a snap DDT, or jumping DDT. Makoto crawling to the corner. Sans staring him down. But Makoto getting to the corner stands, greeting Junpei with a sliding double leg dropkick. Now going after Makoto in a powerbomb. But Junpei pushing Sans away. Side big boot. But Sans rolling out of the ring right as soon as Junpei hit the springboard. Junpei eating nothing but canvas. Junpei just staring down Sans, probably wondering why he's going after Makoto so much. Letting Sans know that he is the legal partner. With that combo, wrist clutch, knee strike. And an elbow sending him back down. Referee already at the 5 count. And doesn't seem to be slowing down. There's 7. Look, Junpei. There's 9. This will be a double count out. And that's what happens when you don't get back inside the ring. Junpei, I don't think he realized just how fast the count was. And Sans, why were you outside attacking Makoto? And for our next matchup, that hopefully should be less disappointing. Introducing first, it is humanity's companion, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. And this really will be a match between two very underrated superstars. And her opponent, it is the Detective Prince, Naoto Shirogane. And honestly, with how things been going with her, she might get the call for the next championship matchup at 8-Bit Brawl. Perhaps the Rumble. She absolutely deserves a chance. Here go both women ready. Referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with Sophie immediately running towards the southern ropes and hitting a Hurricane Rana head scissor toss, forcing Naoto back up to her feet. Scoop over the shoulder and bouncing her off the top turnbuckle. Jumping double arm, or a double arm break, or a double foot arm breaker, excuse me. I cannot English. This is not new. Sophie with a ground and pound. And a springboard. Hurricane Rana head scissor toss. And the pin, there's not even a 1 count as Naoto kicks out. Sophie sending Naoto for an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Hurricane Rana into the roll-up. There's one, there's two. Naoto turning that around, going for a pin. Sophie kicking out, but Naoto showing that she can be dangerous from literally any position, even when she's being pinned. She can pin. Sophie elbowing out. Wheelbarrow facebuster from the springboard. And a standing shooting star press into the pin. There's a 1, there's a 2. Naoto kicks out. With Sophie heading up top. Looking to apply even more pressure. Cartwheel cartwheel shooting star. There's 1, there's 2. And 3.
Here is your winner,
Sophie making very, very short work of Naoto. And perhaps she took what I said about Naoto deserving a championship shot. Maybe she took that personally. And for our next matchup of the evening, our next tag team matchup of the evening, it is time for the Cyber Idols, Hatsune Miku and Ibuki Miyota. And it's weird to think that just over a year ago, probably what, like 16, 17 months ago, these two were at each other's throats, putting each other through tables, all over a non-handshake. And now these two and Poppy are probably one of the most dominant tag teams, or not dominant, but probably one of the best tag teams in JWE right now. And their opponents, they are your women's tag team champions. It is Melia Antiqua and Nia Ascension. And here we go, Hatsune Miku and Nia, the first in the ring. Referee rings bell, they meet in the middle. And Hatsune Miku immediately sending Nia into the corner, tagging in Ibuki. Snap mirror, double kick. And the assisted senton. Ibuki with a cyclone kick in the middle of the ring. And hopefully this match does not end in double countout. Ibuki with a snap suplex. Forcing Nia up to her feet. But Nia on the offensive now. High ankle lock. Now just putting immense torque, immense pressure on that left leg. Ibuki fighting out but hobbling. But able to hit his standing double leg dropkick. Going for the pin, there's one, Nia kicks out. Ibuki's forcing her back up to her feet, Nia kicking out. And walking Ibuki to the northern ropes. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. And Ascension, they have been a weird tag team. Very weird. Like, they've been good, but also not. Yeah, you really don't know what to, what to expect from them. As Ibuki sends Nia into the turnbuckle. And a corner bulldog. Going for the pin, here comes Melly to break it up. Nia doesn't even need it. It's a 1 count. But Ibuki continuing the offense. Pushing Nia away. And a Hurricane Rana. Nia crawling to the corner. Ibuki tried to prevent that, but Nia kicking her away, spinning back elbow, and finally finishes the check over to the corner. Melly Antikozen. And Melia walking Ibuki to the northeast. And immediately tagging in Nia. Who's had a very cold start, so I'm not entirely sure if that was the best idea. Nia kicking out of the grapple. And then a double arm underhook suplex. Going for the pin. There's one. And now Nia actually on the offensive. And setting up an early Gormati special that Ibuki catches. Hatsune Miku back in the ring. And now Nia with a snap mirror. Tornado kick. Seemingly undeterred that her special was reversed. Now heading into the corner, tagging in before Miku could hit the spear. Melia sending Miku for a run over the top rope. And a double leg dropkick. Miku back in the ring. And walked back to the corner by Melia. But Miku elbowing out. Standing double leg drop kick. Springboard double Pele kick. Melia immediately up to her feet. And immediately sent back down with that Hurricane Rana. Irish Whip sending Melia into the corner. And the face scrape. And again, Melia back up to her feet. Backstretch trying to slow this match down. Miku saying, no, I like the tempo that we at right now. And now going for the pin, there's one. Melia kicks out. Springboard Bulldog. And a kneeling Hurricane Rana. Now tagging in Ibuki. And this is what I was saying, like, you really never know what to expect with Ascension. The Cyber Idols seemingly have had their number all match. Going for the pin, there's one, there's two. Ibuki kicks out. I was not expecting a 2 count. Whip into the corner. And Nia with a face scrape. And again. Double corner stomp. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Hammerlock. Power slam. And preventing a rollout. Toss into the corner. Tagging in Melia. Going for a chain attack. Running neck snap. And now Melia going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Hatsune Miku's in the ring, doesn't... A little too late. And Ascension stealing another win against the Cyber Idols. I was expecting like a 2 count, and then we're going to be burning another 7 minutes, going back and forth. But no! Melia taking full advantage of the chain attack. Miku a little bit too late, and that slight hesitation gave Ascension the win. And now a matchup between two women coming off of rather disappointing losses. Introducing first, it is Lucina.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Avalon, Luis.
Lucina recently coming off of a close loss against Bayonetta. And looking to rectify, remedy, something that. And her opponent, it is your former Miss Money in the Bank, former Miss Universal Champion, it is the Ultimate Inventor, Miu Iruma. Yeah, no, I went light with the nicknames tonight. One of these days I need to write everything down and just go through, go through the entire list during her entrance. Here we go, Lucina and Miu staring each other down. Not gonna lie, don't recall the last time I've seen these two in the same room. As Lucina begins with a twirling knee to the gut and a stomp to the back of the head. Kick to the spine. And again, just not letting Miu have anything early on. Up over the shoulder and a neck breaker. Going for the pin, there's one. Miu kicks out. And now another kick to the stomach, another stomp to the back of the head. And now a splash, a crossbody splash to the spine. Frog splash. And now Lucina going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Miu kicks out. Are we seriously going to have a sub 1 hour show tonight? Lucina sending Miu for an Irish whip over the top rope. But Miu fighting her way back inside the ring. Lucina rolling out of the way, arm drag, and looking for the big boot, but Miu with the block. And Miu sending Lucina into the corner. From one corner to the other, the backflip. Looking for the clothesline, missing. And Miu with a clothesline. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Lucina kicks out. Two very early 2 counts. Backbreaker into the pushdown. And Miu forcing Lucina back up to her feet. And a triple X-Plex early on. There's one, and only one. Miu with an arm drag. And forcing Lucina back up to her feet. Smashing her head first into the apron. Now Lucina on the offensive. But Miu elbowing out. Sending Lucina head first into the ring post. Referee already at a count of 4. Another fast count here. Lucina elbowing out. Okay, that was a long 5. Lucina trying to retreat back inside the ring. Miu sending her down. There's 8. Come on, girls. Miu's back in the ring. Lucina slow to her feet. And in. Miu up to her feet. But a spike DDT sends her down. Going for the cover. There's one. There's two. No 3. Miu in one corner. Lucina in the other. Back heel kick. No, don't think I've ever seen that move before. And now the strangest beginning to a boxing match I've ever seen. And Miu winning the exchange, the big boot sending Lucina down. Lucina crawling to the ropes, using them to get back up to her feet. But Miu with a knife-edge chop, wrapping the leg around the middle rope. Just putting extra torque on it. And running just right past Lucina. Scoop slam. Double knees and just adding insult to injury. And now Miu going for the cover. There's one, there's two, no three. And now Miu lining up what I suspect is another triple X-plex. We'll never know. Lucina's setting up the Irish whip. Side slam. And the pin, there's one, there's two, Miu kicks out. Lucina stomp to the chest. Almost trying to break the sternum. And out to the outside, lining up. A phenomenal forearm. And the cover, there's one, there's two, no three. Miu, I suspect she had to dig a little bit deeper than expected to get that kick out, in a nice reversal. And now figure four. Will we actually have a tap out? No. Miu releases. Because of course she does. Because it's this game. And now lining up another signature attempt. From behind, sleeper hold. Locking in. Lucina not fighting out Miu, again releasing. Lucina pushing Miu down, bowing to the crowd as they loved what they saw. That's how you engage an audience. And a neck breaker. And now Lucina lining up a finisher. Hammerlock. Okay, hammerlock. Headlock. Miu struggling and taps out. See? That's how you do it. You just don't release a hold. And Lucina picking up the rare, the coveted 2024 submission win. And for our next matchup, It is time for our men's Universal Championship matchup.
Is scheduled for one fall.
Or Universal Division matchup, technically.
Tokyo, Japan. Weighing in at 225 pounds.
Introducing first, it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And his opponent, it is the hero of the Hums, the Beast,
Weighing in at
Dunban.
180 pounds. The Beast. Dunban.
And here go both men staring each other down. Referee rings bell. Dunban immediately running towards Wolf, hitting a standing single leg drop kick. And now an elbow to the side of the head. Dunban pulling the leg, snapping it, and Wolf kicking his way out. Walking Dunban to the northern ropes. Pulling him away, and an enzigiri. Or a springboard roundhouse kick. Heading up top, leg drop. Now a springboard crossbody, just not getting what he wanted. Dunban back inside the ring. Now Dunban sending Wolf for a run. Nice big back body drop. Pull back, knee to the gut. Looking for the elbow drop, but Wolf rolling out of the way. And Dunban with another snap suplex. Wolf to the outside. Dunban just trying to assert dominance on the announcers, I guess. Nice diving spear. Clutching the wrist, stomping the head. And tossing Wolf into the ring post. Dunban heading back inside. And Wolf following. Dunban with a Russian leg sweep. Going for the cover, and not even a 1 count. Wolf with a back elbow getting out. Sending Dunban for an Irish whip, diving underneath, jumping over the top, and an uppercut to the stomach. Irish whip into the corner. And now Wolf setting him up. setting up something big, but Dunban elbowing out, turning that into a crossbody. And now a corkscrew uppercut. Wolf catching the punch. Springboard and Zagiri. Now up over the shoulder, knee to the chest. And stomping the stomach. Wolf with a ground and pound stomp to the stomach. And just bashing the knees. Now going for the pin, there's one, there's a kick out. Now Wolf with a running soccer ball kick. Kick to the spine, and a ground and pound. And now Wolf setting up a Wolf's Bane, no, over the shoulders. Side slam. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Dunban will not kick out.
Here is your winner.
And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is your Miss Money in the Bank, and I wouldn't be surprised if he forgot that, considering, well, she hasn't had many matches.
Representing the Union from Japan, Assassin Maki.
It is Maki Harukawa. And her opponent, it is your Women's Nexus Champion and your Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Fiora.
And from Stillwater, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Cruiserweight Champion and the Women's NXT Champion, Arena.
And telling me backstage after Summer SmackDown that defending the belts once was a huge weight off her shoulders. Now she actually knows that she can, so 8-Bit Brawl should be a little bit easier for her. Which is a scary thought. Miss Money in the Bank and Miss Double Champion staring each other down. Referee rings the bell. And now Snapmere into just pulling back on both arms. And Maki fighting her way out. And a spear out of nowhere. Going for the cover. There's one. Fiora kicks out. Now a power slam from Maki. Stomp to the wrist. And trying to force her up to her feet, but Fiora elbows out. Fiora with an Irish whip, diving underneath. Jumping over the top. Looking for the arm drag, but Maki catching that. And the uppercuts right below the ribs. Getting herself out. Over the shoulder, bouncing Fiora off the top turnbuckle. And the ground and pound. Maki with the knees, keeping Fiora down, and another ground and pound. Or another round of ground and pound. And Maki with an arm breaker. And Maki making this look easy, which against Fiora is a very difficult thing to do. Headlock. And Fiora very quickly fights out. But can she actually get some offense? That's the question. Coming back with the clotheslines. That's a good place to start. Maki in the corner. And Fiora with a monkey flip roll. And the cover, there's one, there's two. Maki kicks out. Maki to the outside, Fiora spearing her off. And heading up top, Hurricane Rana into the barricade. And a spinning back heel kick. If that was inside the ring, that would be lights out. Absolutely, but we're outside the ring, and falls do not count anywhere. Maki over the shoulders. And a facebuster bouncing Fiora off the outside. But Fiora kicking herself out. Referee at a count of 6. There's 7. Fiora in at the count of 8. Staring down Maki, who's also in. But Fiora sending her for an Irish whip. Maki again, the reversal. And now sending Fiora for an Irish whip. Taking the legs out from underneath her. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Fiora kicks out. Maki lining up. Sending Fiora to the outside with that clothesline. And sending the double champion into the steel steps, but Fiora elbows out and sending Maki for a run. Very back and forth, especially along the outside of the ring. Referee already at the count of 5. Stomping on the upper arm. There's 7 again. Fiora inside the ring at the count of 7. There's 8. Maki back up to her feet. In at the count of 9. And Fiora looking for the spinning back heel kick. Maki delaying that or preventing that. Not sure which. And now just a boxing match. Reversal after reversal, strike after strike. Very evenly matched. But Maki putting an end to that with a running kick. Dragging Fiora away from the ropes. Gut wrench. Into a suplex, but not done yet. Wrist clutch stomps to the chest. And now up top. This can either go really well or really poorly. Elbow drop lands. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2. Fiora kicks out. Hammerlock. Pulling back on the arm. And breaking the ulna. And now over the shoulders. F10, pretty sure. But not quite done. Maki with a Superman punch. Whiffing. There's a Superman punch. And that should be lights. There's 1, there's 2. No! Fiora kicks out. Honestly, going this deep into a match, jumping over the spear. Maki with another Superman punch. Going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Maki gets the win, but going that deep into a match against Maki Harukawa, who, let's be honest, is more of a women's universal superstar than a cruiserweight superstar. Fiora didn't lose that match. Maki won that match. There was no loser, let's be honest. But going that deep into a match against Maki, that is mad respect. That is mad respectful. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, in this champion versus champion match, it is your men's Nexus champion, Jaren. And his opponent, it is your men's cruiserweight champion, Nagito, the Ultimate Hope, Komaeda.
And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion with Kobayashi.
And no preamble needed, just heading right into the match. Referee rings bell, Nagito sending Jaren into the corner after that reversal. And Jaren kicks his way out. Irish whip sending Nagito into the corner. Back elbow pushing him down. And looking for the hammer punch, but Nagito rolling out of the way. Half-hitch knee raises. And sending Jaren back up to his feet. The kick, the knife edge chop. And going for the cover. There's one. And Nagito the senton. Forcing Jaren back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Knee to the gut. Jaren back up to his feet, taking advantage of Nagito's laughing. Irish whip jumping over, diving underneath. And Jaren elbowing out of that grapple. Backbreaker forcing Nagito up to his feet. And now hammerlock, DDT, and already lining up a finisher. Spinning back heel kick, but Nagito catching that, pushing him down. Causing Jaren to reset a little bit. Standing double leg drop kick. Pull back, knee to the gut. And now heading up top. Diving elbow drop connects. And going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Nagito kicks out. And Jaren with a ground and pound, not allowing Nagito any room. And Nagito kicks his way out. Irish whip into the corner. There's an elbow. Into the stomp. That's probably it. Let's be honest. There's two. No, Jaren kicks out. Very rare time that the stomp doesn't immediately end it. Nagito with an Irish whip, sending Jaren out onto the apron. And sending him to the outside. Over the shoulder suplex. Forcing Jaren up to his feet. Chicken wing facebuster along the outside. Jaren not staying down for long. Heads back inside the ring. Spinning DDT, going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Jaren gets the shoulder up. And now Nagito up top. Staring down. Jaren looking for the crossbody, but Jaren catching that. Spinning power slam. Stomp to the ankle. Rolling Nagito onto his back. And a headbutt. Now Jaren just bouncing off of Nagito. Nagito standing in for an Irish whip, jumping over. And a strong kick. And a senton. Nagito up top. Turning around moonsault. And a leg breaker. Nagito completely flipping the metronome. But Jaren, as soon as I say that, spinning back heel kick, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Nagito goes down. And I think Jaren has a couple of words for his ex-boss. And what is he grabbing? Jaren, why do you have a table? I think he's looking to make a statement here, setting up the table in the middle of the ring. And the choke slam. What a way to end the night. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Eclipse. Hope to see you for the next couple of shows as we prepare for 8-Bit Brawl. But until then, we are signing out from Vancouver, British Columbia. See ya.